Imagine how fucked up the real estate market is when you're earning $200,000 a year and you still can't afford a home.
People got 7 jobs, they're working 36 hours a day, 12 days a week, and they can't afford a roof.
Now, our parents and grandparents bought their houses for like $17,000 and now they're worth like $600,000. But investing aside, let's talk about simple living in your own abode. It's not great because Salvatore has a household income of $230,000 and he still can't afford a home.
Oh my gosh.
So let's discuss the way to use your limited income to own a home and ideally making even more money. Let's get into it. The Canadian housing market is an absolute joke. I mean, we all know the price of housing is going up so much, and with interest rates being so high, it's actually making affordability even worse. And what's surprising so many top economists is that housing prices haven't really come down nearly as much as they thought with the increase of interest rates. And this has also showed the resilience of the Canadian housing market because we don't have enough supply to meet the demand. Even right now, when a lot of people aren't even thinking about buying real estate, there's a lot of people still buying real estate, and we just have that low of a supply that it's still holding prices fairly relatively. Now, we know this year there's going to be interest rate cuts, whether it's March, whether it's April, or whether it's September. Dude, we know those interest rate cuts are coming. So what do you think is going to happen to the housing market as soon as they do that? We're going to have millennials run to the market, entering the market, starting to buy. We're going to have even more demand, and supply isn't really going to change from now until then. It's actually going to get worse. So prices are likely going to go even higher. Now, you would think that a household income of $230,000 is a lot, and it is a lot, but it's not enough if you're living in a major city in Canada, a Toronto, a Hamilton, a Montreal, a Vancouver. It's not enough money to buy housing there. It might be enough to buy housing in Edmonton, in Calgary, or out east, but honestly, who wants to live in those places? Yeah. But that's the reality that so many Canadians face. It's either get a mortgage and put literally all your money towards living in your home, or do you want to live a better life? Maybe your ideal dream life, but you can't have both. You can't have both. Even though you're working a great job with a great salary, you can't have it all. Not like our boomer parents could have had when dad worked as an auto mechanic and mom stayed home, raised us kids. We owned a nice house. We even had a cottage that we went to every single summer. We can't do that anymore. Gen Zs and millennials are pretty much doomed when it comes to living the old life. So if you can't afford a home while making $200,000 a year or more with your household income, or you're already a homeowner, or you're already a real estate investor, dude, check out my pinned comment below where I show you exactly how I bought all these properties, 150 properties with none of my own money and raised over $60 million. In that comment, you're also gonna see my free guide to investing in the US as a Canadian citizen. And last but not least, you also wanna check out my Insiders Club also below in that comment where we meet monthly. You can ask me any questions you want and be surrounded with like-minded individuals. That's the most important thing in 2024 that I'm finding is everybody's telling me, dude, everybody around me is a loser. They're financial losers. They don't understand why I'm doing this. They don't understand my drive for investing in real estate and living a better life. I need to be around more like-minded people. And that's what we do every single month on the Insiders Club. So check that out. I will see you inside one of those. Now, you have many investors that would argue that your primary house isn't an investment. The house you own for yourself that you live in is not an investment. In fact, it's a liability. Now, I can see where they're going with this because an asset is supposed to make you money, make you cash flow every single month. And the reality is, if you live in a home, dude, shit breaks all the time. You gotta buy all this stuff. It's not making you any money. In fact, it's costing you a ton. As if you're also a young millennial, a young person buying a house in Canada or even America, if you're in the right city, long term, it's a super good investment because when you sell that property, almost always, you're gonna be making a ton of money through equity that you can now start to invest with. So it's kind of a weird one. You either believe it's an asset or it's not. I truly believe that you should still strive to own your home, but you should also strive to buy other homes, i.e. rental properties, with ideally none of your own money, because you're building a business, you're building a brand, you're showcasing online here that you're investing in real estate, whatever niche you're gonna go into, which again, I explained to you in my guide below, Unlimited Cash Lite. That's the course where I teach you exactly what I do on a daily basis and the importance of online marketing and how I build my entire business with it, so that you can really start to get out of the middle class and into the rich class, because you're not gonna get there by earning more money. Clearly, you have to earn $500,000, $1 million, and even then lifestyle creep will come up. What you gotta do is have assets. And the best way to do it and the fastest way to do it is to partner with other people. Go together. They bring the money, you bring the expertise, you partner together, you sell it, you split the profits 50-50. That's the easiest partnership structure when it comes to investing in real estate, and that's exactly what I did to buy over 150 properties with none of my own money. But it all came down to building awareness, to becoming an authority, to becoming a specialist, and teaching here on social media, Instagram and YouTube about my skills, how to invest in real estate in my local area. And more people started to catch on. It was like, dude, you know exactly what you're doing. You're investing in the area that I want to invest in. Why even bother trying to reinvent the wheel kind of myself? Your system is proven. Let me just jump on it. I'll partner with you. I couldn't believe it when it started happening, but it did. 1 turned to 2 to 3 to 4 to 10 to 20 to 30. I couldn't believe it. But if you really want to make it in the new world and live the life that you want to live, it really comes down to owning assets and building a business. You can't be working as an employee. It doesn't matter. Even like these guys who are making 200 grand a year household income, that used to be insane. That used to be a lot of money. It's nothing now. Most importantly, because their time is being eaten up by being at work. You need assets that are working and making you money 24/7, 365. And when you have multiples of them, let's say you have 10 properties, 20 properties, 30 properties, they're all working. That's called compound growth. The wave is getting bigger. It's insane how money works when you understand it. Now, as a first timer, one thing you can consider as well is house hacking. So rather than buying your primary house where you and your wife, your partner just live in, how about you buy a duplex or a triplex and you live in one of the units and rent out the others, rent out the basement, rent out the other units. Buy that as your first home instead of your typical bungalow. That's fucking badass. Now, I know you're 23, 25, 27 years old and you're like, that's lame. I want to own my own home and flex on my friends. Dude, fuck that. Start buying smart. In this world, you got to do something different. And house hacking is a great way to lower your expenses. You live in one unit, you rent the other. Ideally, this other unit pays for all or most of your mortgage. That's insane. Your financial stress is so much lower, dude. And if that's all not for you and you want to go straight, full business savage, rent where you live and start buying properties as rentals. That's a fucking flex as well. Not as cool because all your friends and family are gonna be like, oh, you're still renting at 25 years old, at 27 years old. That's gross. Stick to the plan, dude. Just rent a nice basic home that you can afford easily and start earning your money and putting it towards rental properties and have that pay you and start growing your wealth. That's fucking badass as well. Anyway, guys, if you like these videos, if you're learning something, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. It goes so far to helping this channel grow, and I thank you a ton. I will see you in the next video.